Welcome to the URA Stewardship and Guardianship Administration. I am Mona B. Jao Gekoyo, the Chief Steward of URA. Today, we are looking at the 4 parts of service in the URA. The United Regions of Africa, URA, Office of the Chief Steward. The URA Stewardship and Guardianship, 4 parts, 1 covenant. The United Regions of Africa is a sacred covenant. Every citizen born into this covenant carries a sacred identity. The 4 parts of service in the URA. 1. Steward. Every male citizen of the URA is born a steward. 2. Stewardess. Every female citizen of the URA is born a stewardess. 3. Guardian. A steward and a guardianship becomes a guardian after training and commissioning. 4. Guardianess. A stewardess and a guardianship becomes a guardianess after training and commissioning. A steward and a stewardess can remain in stewardship pursuing science, spirituality, education, governance, health, law, entrepreneurship, engineering, and more. Stewardship and Guardianship certification will be regulated by the Guardianship and Stewardship Education Program, GSEP. The main guardianship arms are the Guardian Forces, Land, Air and Space, and Naval, and the Community Guardian Service, CGS. For me, I'll tell you that about the URA, the United Regions of Africa, is about the unification of Africa. Africans have suffered a lot being killed because of their land. There are greedy people somewhere who want to take the land, and there was a time they were here and did atrocities here. Our forefathers fought, lost blood, but then the main problem is the people who are left. It was not everyone who was fighting or who was aligned with the liberation. Some were puppets and they were helping the Mzungu, Ulemi advancing, and because most of them it's because of their stomach and that money, and because they have a bad hearts. And when we received the independence and we fought for it, I remember for Kenyan independence, it was not abrupt, it was coordinated. Mau Mau actually started in Burma, in Myanmar. And you can see in that country about what the military does there. Right now, people start now discovering the global things because Africans have been suppressed, not knowing what is happening. And what happened? Britain, was using African soldiers just like that. Even not arming them well, not training them well, because they are also fearing revolution after they give them. But then you see, during that war, the second conflict, because they were not world war, for them they want to pretend that it was. It's not like that. And then you see, Agekoyo are being killed to be terminated because Britain, when in Kenya, the other communities were controllable and Agekoyo are not controllable. So the policy was to kill all the Agekoyo population. That's why you can see people were put in camps and they were killing even the kids. And even right now they do it. I'm not telling you that, for you perhaps you think because you cannot see them a lot here. It's not like that. For them, they usually find ways and means, and they have done a lot. Let me tell you, creation itself, for them, they have been doing evil things, and even spraying our atmosphere with heavy metal, heavy chemicals. Even the fertilizer you buy for you you don't know the chemicals well, and it is not all chemicals which you can consume, but you can see there are also usage of mercury in some, let me tell you, even fluoride. So right now, I've told you about the chemical awareness, so you can help yourself. Because this will happen, Africa will be one country, let me tell you, divided into 5 regions. The northern African countries like Egypt, countries like Libya, let me tell you, like Morocco, like Tunisia, like Algeria. There will be, let me tell you, the northern region. That will be the northern region. And I have told you every region will be led, let me tell you. And remember what is happening. We have stewardship and guardianship. And when you are at that path, your identity will be a steward or a stewardess, a guardian or a guardianess. When you are under the guardianship. And I've told you about the main because I've told you the military of the URA will be the guardian forces, and there are a lot of changes, even spiritual knowing, even helping people achieve their sole purpose, because we are in a creation for real. And it doesn't mean that the earth is not good, that there are a lot of conflicts which people can make weapons and what. Let me tell you, those people who even make weapons, even the defense company, you can see in the US what they do, because for them, they orchestrate so that they can be able to sell their weapons, which is unfortunate. But I'm telling you, the creator is not in everything, because the creator of everything about in Kenya, in Mount Kirinyaga, it is a mountain which has protected everything in the creation. Because we have evil people who think they can kill everyone. For them, they think they are special, but then they are not like that, because even they are not vibrating. The vibration they have, they are just useless, because they can't benefit. They do evil rituals, Freemasonry rituals, like I've told you about the British monarchy, let me tell you. Even what they did to William Ruto, let me tell you, even do rituals to food, because they did that, let me tell you. And for them, they can't know, even church people cannot know. But you can see there were some there in that occasion when Charles was here in Kenya. And let me tell you, Ruto did not know that, they were targeting to retake Kenya after 50 years, which was delayed by Elizabeth's death. And then Charles was the one to do it. That's why you can see. And for him, his target was go to the mountain, to the actual Mount Kenya, and go ritual and suppress. They know very well that Mau Mau did rituals there in 1948. And that is why Britain failed. And that's why, but then you can see for them, they hate Agikuyu. They usually impel police, they control Kenya. Even Gachagua, it was them, the British monarch, who said Gachagua, Gachagua was talking about the Mau Mau. But then for them, they don't want that. They want people who they can use. And for them, their tactics is divide and rule. That's why you can see they advise ruler to do like that. But they are useless, because even where they are living, they are criminals who went there and killed people. People have suffered a lot. But right now, let me tell you, it will not exist like that. Because right now, people will discern what will happen. Even it's unfortunate. You can see Batuk in Kenya, and it was the British army. It was killing people here in Kenya, even doing a lot of atrocities and evil. But then you see for them, you can ask yourself why they are not in the coast or at west, and why they are at the mountain. It's because for you don't know the mountain well. That mountain, Mount Kenya, is also having the Ark of the Covenant, which was in Jerusalem. And the government of Israel is not a real one, it's a criminal government, because you can see even we have families who think they can control things, which is unfortunate, because even the Bible is being engineered to lie to Africans, because for them they don't know the actual divinity. Because the Israelites who came with Moses, they came here in Kenya at the mountain, they are even at northeastern, and they died a lot, because they are not knowing what they were dealing in. Unfortunately, people don't know Mount Kenya well. Most of them are usually thinking that they have made it because of money, or because of weapons, or because of such. But then when we come to the actual thing, usually why you see them be because they are not wise. For them, they are animals who are at a globe. Earth is a globe orbiting the sun. These are cosmology, but people don't know cosmology, because even they started as shells which are growing on its own. For you don't control things. Even when you eat, you're not the one who control the food, because it doesn't mean that there is you are being enabled, you are created. But if you see yourself as primary, or think that the material things are giving you strength, or think you can dissociate yourself with divinity, you won't benefit, because you will be misaligned. And truth is very important, because truth is independent of people you believe or not, because it's not about believing. Because when you believe shenanigans, you are the one who will not help yourself, because we have global criminals, people who have done a lot of looting, who kill people, let me tell you, who have no mercy, who have no, they are useless, they are cast, and they will be terminated. And then now there will be global peace. People who go for pilgrimage, people who know the culture well, know things well, know even the cosmos, know about the creator, because the creator about in Kenya, God, let me tell you. And the people refer to God differently, because you don't speak. What matters is what are you saying, because that is where the secret is. Because when you are talking about the one responsible for everything, the God now who created everything, you are talking about Mount Kenya. Even Mount Kenya is having the 7 angels, the Araika Mogowaja, the Gogi. Morenyaga, God works with Gogi. Gogi even has helped people, even in Kenya, because there was overthrow plan I've told you about. It's so unfortunate. And then I've told you, let me tell you, the way you see even Christians say about the Gabriel, Michael, those are energies, those are forces which come from Mount Kenya. And I'm telling you, you can also have those processes. You can help you a lot. Let me tell you, you cannot be defeated, because I'm telling you, you are critical. People is the reason why people are not aligned. There are also consequences, because there is cause and effect. When you don't align yourself with the real divinity, you also suffer the consequences of not. Because when we have negative energy, the harm is not just people, because we also have other realms, let me tell you, and other planes, let me tell you, which are vibrating higher. After, if you want to benefit and know the world well, you need to be expanded. What you usually do, you do rituals. Every time you want to pray, be praying from your home. It's not about the masses. People, the reason why people do like that, even the churches, they were forced to churches. And it was not their will, because before it was not like that. Even the Sadaka, you see people, even they were threatened with guns for them to give out. Even there were taxes. Even, people are humiliated by those criminals. And for them, even now, they usually say that Africans are useless eaters, because they want to kill Africa. They don't see and leave a few who, let me tell you, who survive the virus and such. But those are so useless. Even making, even Pentagon making COVID-19 virus and killing people like that. Donald Trump releasing it and pretending even, it's so unfortunate, because people are controlled. But most of them are greedy. They just want their share. They just think that there is a problem in the world, and they think it's not like, because they don't know God well. Because I'm telling you right now, when people are terminated, that's when people discover that Christian was always pure, and it was useless people who did not benefit themselves. The opportunity they were given to be at a creation which they did not own, or not owned by their grandfathers or their ancestors. But they were doing criminal things, which is so unfortunate. When it comes to God, there's nothing attached to God. God is law, and you should obey the law, and you are responsible for what you have done. And your share, your worth, is not the outer thing. The way you pretend you are rich, no, it's not like that. Because I'm a caste. What matters is, what have you done? What have you done? Your action. Action equals energy. Energy can be positive or negative, let me tell you. And this energy, let me tell you, when you get the negative energy, that's what will terminate you. Like the way, even USA will be terminated because of the negative energy they have made. Pretending, even if you pretend, you can pretend to people and media, but you never pretend to Mwenenyaga. Because Mwenenyaga is pure, the soul multiversal God who are born in Kenya, in Mount Kirinyaga. Thank you very much.